All right. This is my favorite fucking dude. This might be my favorite character from the movie of my life going back, the oddball. So I worked from 7th grade until into college. I worked at my friend's dad's junkyard. All right. When we were young, we just got recycling put together and put it in this dumpster and send it off. You know, all these old cars recycled and shit. And as we got older, I started.
Junkyards are like country clubs for poor white people.
Yeah, they
like
are.
that is like Mike Young's dad. Worked at junkyards. Like
and again,
junkyards are like,
I learned more in those junkyards. I learned what cocaine was and what it did to you. You know, all working around. These are guys that legit dropped out in 7th grade.
I learned that in New Orleans at Tulane.
Yeah. So this guy, we had this little business, and I didn't know it at the time. I'm driving stolen cars. I couldn't figure out why my friend's dad would take me to these parking lots when I turned 16. And he'd be like, we're just going up to the Walmart real quick. You're going to drive this car back. I didn't give a all I wanted to do was drive. Yeah. And I would get in all these cars and the fucking keys would be in there. And then sooner or later, I was like,
flip the thing down.
Yeah. I'm like, why are they all? And then after about a half a dozen of those, I'm like, oh. And I realized I'm driving a stolen car. We take it. We make it disappear. It gets reported to insurance. They cash out. Got it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know I was in on that, but I'm in on that. So we had this specialist, all right? This guy's name was Meso. And now this junkyard was in Frederick County, Maryland. And Baltimore City to Frederick County, it could take you an hour and a half one way. My job is to pick Meso up down in the, and I'll tell you what kind of neighborhood it is. There's an area called Madame Mall. I walked in Madame Mall. I walked 2 feet in. The first thing I heard was white boy. And I was like, let me get the fuck out. I don't need to kill. I want to kill time, not myself. So this guy's specialty was rolling back odometers, okay? And he could do anything. He could do, remember the early digital odometer that looked like the green alarm clocks? Remember those? Yeah. It would be like 86, you know, and he could roll them all back. Yeah. And I know some people are like, why does that matter? Well, we would bring this guy out and he'd roll back the odometers on all these engines. So let's say we owned a car with 200,000. He rolls it back to 85. We're over doubling our money on that engine, right? Yeah. So my job is to go down to the city, pick Meso up, bring him out to the yard, and he's going to spend the day rolling back odometers. And then I got to take him down. Now I pick him up and I've never seen him. They just tell me, you're going to get this guy at this address. I'm like, all right. And this tall black man comes out. He's slender. He's got a Kango on, and he doesn't have a toolbox or anything. He's got one of those old school leather Dr. Alligator bags. You know what I'm talking about? That's his fucking, that's his toolbox. And I'm like, this dude's fucking dying. And he gets in and we just small talk for an hour and a half out there. Because the truth is I'm probably 21. I don't have the balls to ask him, how do you do this illegal shit or whatever? And I take him out. I go about my day. He goes about his. And then I got to take him back. And now I've got the balls. And I go, this is a true story. I go, hey, man, how do you learn how to do all that? And, you know, he's telling me, and just in natural course of conversation, I go, man, that is something. And he goes, that ain't shit. And I was like, here we fucking go. Oh. I'm about to get a goddamn nugget of some old black man wisdom. And he goes, you want to know what something is? And I go, I definitely want to know what something is. And he goes, all right. Next time your dick's hard. And I was like, yeah, I was like, wait, what? Next time your dick's hard. Like, bro, wait,
now I'm listening. I'm like,
we were just talking about odometers. Now you got my dick all hard. And he, like I say, he's like, you want to hear about this? I'm like, yes, I definitely want to. He goes, all right, next time your dick's hard, put it in your left hand. And then you put your right one over it. And if there's anything still sticking out of the top, that's something. Told me, dude.
This is how small my dick is.
That's what he fucking
As you told that, I went, and then what, are you going to rub it? Is that how you jerk off?
You're going to fucking crack corn on it?
If there's anything sticking out the top,
shit.
That's something.
That's something.
That's something.
That's the name of my next album, special, whatever. That's something. That's what I'm calling it based on that. Meso, bro. I couldn't get over that.